What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stranded Deep. I'm happy to have you here today. We're going to do some construction. I spent about like an hour, I suppose, in between episodes, just sort of like moving things in between islands, and ultimately I just got bored. I was like, well, I've been going back and forth now between the same island, just moving sticks around for about an hour, and so I have no idea how much stuff we have here. Like, we have quite a bit, I think. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to finish our house. In fact, I sincerely doubt that it's going to be enough to finish our house. Nonetheless, we'll start on that, and if we end up running into like issues having enough materials, we'll start over and we'll do something else. But for right now, let's get some more foundations put in. I want our house to look super uber awesome, which is so much better than just super awesome. I mean, I guess you could shorten it to super awesome, but then I think you would just confuse people. They'd be like, what did he say? Did he say uber or super, or does he have like a weird palate so that he can't make a P sound? What's going on here? What's going on here? I need an explanation. I could just do this like a 4x5 maybe, and just like, I don't know, cop out like halfway through. I was going to make it a 5x5, but I figure it's probably fine the way it is. I can see that a lot of our sticks are disappearing each time that I add them to this pile over here. So I'm actually a little bit, oh my god, I'm going to have to chop more sticks. Oh, that's the worst feeling ever. I spent so long in the pile. Look how many are gone from the pile already. Oh, that took so long. And I've already used up like all of them. In 3 foundations. Oh, developers, please lower the amount of sticks that a foundation requires. It would make me just your best friend ever. I spend so much time, an inordinate amount of time, just chopping sticks. Like the building system in this game, like the real thing that you're like worried about running out of is always sticks. It's not like I can find 1,000,000 hammers. I can find 1,000,000,000,000 iron hatchets, flare guns, antibiotics, all you ever want. You know what the real treasure is in this game? Sticks. If you can't get sticks, that's it. Have fun. You won't be doing nothing. You'll be chopping down trees for the remainder of your time. So now for the next part of this, I'm just going to make it a 4x5. I give up. It's too many sticks, and I can't afford to drop another. I mean, this is a fairly sizable building project. I want to have myself like an island mansion. I think that might be part of the problem right now, is that I'm sort of forcing myself into this position by wanting to make a construction that takes far too many bits and odds and ends. I still haven't had to refuel my raft yet. I think that it's safe to assume at this point, after like 3 hours of playing, that it does not run out of gas. As I say that, I know that as I say that, it's going to run out of gas the next time I go out on an adventure, because one of the things that I've learned about YouTube is that Murphy's Law is very much in effect here. If you don't know what Murphy's Law is, it's just that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. That's Murphy's Law. And so that's why people, whenever something bad happens, they'll be like, it figures, Murphy's Law. I refer to it all the time because I have the worst luck on Earth. Like, seriously, I'm probably the unluckiest person ever when it comes to just, like, random occurrences and happenstance. Aside from YouTube. YouTube seems to work out pretty well, but honestly, I think Murphy's Law, for me anyways, on YouTube, operates in a minor sense. Not that I like to dig or, like, you know, take rock chunk out of wall, but I mean, like, it's little things on YouTube with Murphy's Law for me. Like, for example, anytime I do any sort of, like, construction game, I will, like, miscount something by 1, no matter what. Is that Murphy's Law? If I screw it up, does it still count as Murphy's Law? Like, what if it's a complicated task that's hard to keep track of? Then will it count? I'm just saying. We got a lot of palm fronds, but yeah, I'm actually a little bit disappointed by how fast we went through those materials. This was supposed to be 30 minutes of us building, and we've lasted approximately 3 minutes and 40 seconds right now. 3 minutes and 40 seconds is how long our materials lasted. And it took me an hour and a half, well, not an hour and a half, maybe an hour to gather this many materials. Because our island is farmed out, so a large amount of that time was spent in transit. I can come to terms with that, but alright, so what I want to do right now, so this area over here is going to be like the little living area. Like this 2 columns right here, this is where there's going to be actual walls. On this side, we're going to have like an overhang, like a covered patio. It's going to be so dope. It's going to be so amazingly awesome. Oh my god, what happened right there? Something bad just happened, and I don't know what it was. What are you doing right now, game? Are you betraying me? Is that what you're doing right now? Oh, the game is betraying me. I have been betrayaled. Hold on. Well, I think it's safe to say that I have no idea what's going on right now, but I'm just going to plug forward in the hopes that maybe it's like all better at some point. I don't know. If at first you don't succeed, just bang your head against it for a while. What we need to do right now is we need to put in supports. And so in order to do the supports, this is probably actually what's going to eat up the remainder of our sticks. Now, it only takes 1 stick to make a support, but we need a lot of them, which is the main problem here. I'm going to drop these all in over here, and so yeah, I'm willing to bet this is probably going to tap out the remainder of our sticks. If I had to wager where we're going to run out, it would be very, very soon. I think I'm probably trying to put that a little bit too... There it is. That's what I was looking for. Got it. Nailed it. Ready to roll. Alright, so we got that right there. Got that right. There we go. Alright, it's looking pretty good. No, not. I don't want you right now. I don't want you. Come back later. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. Let's see there. We'll get that right there. Oh, man, we're going to run out of sticks before we can even get anything else done. And then I'm going to be back to stick gathering. Back to stick gathering. This is my life. This is my life, YouTube. This is my life. I suppose the downside to all this is that it looks kind of funny because you have to put in supports on every single corner in order for certain things to function. So your house tends to be like a mess of just poles running everywhere. And I don't know if this was how it was like back in the day for native cultures, but I don't know. I don't like my floor space, my floor space being clogged up by all kinds of random stuff. So if I can do a roof right now, what we're gonna do is, you'll see what I'm trying to get at in just a second. This is gonna be pretty awesome. The roof takes 4 and 4. That sucks. We're gonna run out. We are gonna run out, and I did so much work to gather this stuff. That is upsetting. That is deeply upsetting. I just wanted one episode where I wouldn't have to do like stick runs, but nope, they're gonna make me do stick runs. Oh man. And we're out of sticks. There it is. This is what we accomplished with all of our materials that it took me so long to farm. Oh god. Oh god, please. Alright, well, I guess what we could do now is go get more sticks. I mean, honestly, there's not much else for us to do. We've collected all the things we need to make the motorboat right now. We've gotten like secondaries and thirdendaries of just like everything that we need. I know the words tertiary. I know what it is. I'm being jokesy. I'm making words that don't make sense. Oh man, my health is still decreasing too. Alright, coconuts, come over here. You three, you have been chosen. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves for consumption. It's gonna happen either way. It's gonna happen either way. Alright, we got this. I'm just gonna use this pocket knife. Watch, this is the busted pocket knife, isn't it? Yep. Every time it's the busted coconut. You can actually re-drink out of coconuts. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed this, but if you leave a husked coconut, a drinkable coconut, just sitting around, the liquid inside of it respawns eventually. I don't know what, like, leaves that happening, but it might be worth it in the interest of saving yourself some coconuts to, like, leave. See, that one didn't have anything in it in the first place. Bastard, how dare you? How dare you trick me like that? I was ready to drink out of your body. People would pay for that privilege. And unfortunately, you are just not going along with it. You're a prude, coconut. You're a prude. Alright, and as such, I throw you into the sky. Hooray! It does work. Somebody mentioned that in the comments, and I'm only just now trying it out. I try to take note of, like, all the things that people suggest in the comments, but there's a lot. Like, seriously, there's a lot of suggestions. It does, however, save us from having to use our tools, so that's pretty cool. It's raining coconuts. That seems like it'd be... If you're solo surviving, that's fine, but don't be that guy throwing coconuts up in the air like, whee! If you're surviving around other people. You might brain one of your friends. And now you gotta, like, deal with somebody with, like, a slight concussion while you're up on the island. He's like, does anybody else smell vanilla right now? Swear to God, I smell vanilla. No, you just got hit in the head with a coconut. Calm down, you'll be fine. Like, I don't know. Feel a little bit sketchy about this situation. Alright, well, let's be on our way then. I suppose if we have to... Oh, that axe is all kinds of wrecked up. Where's our other one? I know I have like 5 axes right now. There's axes and they should be all over the places. Axe. I know for a fact I have stacks of axes around somewhere, and I don't know where they are. Axes! Did I leave them on the other island, maybe? It's starting to seem probable. Alright, let's bring the machete. We gotta go back to the 110 island. I'm just calling it the 110 from now on. We gotta go back to the 110. Sounds like I'm talking about, like, navigating all over the place on the U.S. highway system. There we go. Where is the 110? I'd figure it's in California somewhere, right? Because I think we have the 101 here, right? And we have the 1. Do we? I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. I never know what I'm talking about. I think it's that island right there is the 110. I didn't bring a compass with me, so I guess we'll have to navigate. I never go anywhere other than like the 80, the 680, and the 580, and the 12. Like, seriously, I never get past any of those. Occasionally, I will go down the 5, but it's rare. I think we do have the 101. Isn't that the highway that runs up to Redding? I think it runs from like the Bay Area up to Redding. I think. Maybe? I don't know. I'm bad with highways. I'm bad with everything, in all honesty. I am not a person with many equitable skill sets. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know. I was just sort of appraising, like, what if the world ended? Or at least, like, the bug out thing actually happens that they talk about in survival magazines. And I've always noticed, like, this wistful tone in the voice of, like, every survivalist when they talk about stuff like that. At least, like, the dumb survivalists. I'm of the opinion that if the world ever collapses, you probably want to die during the collapse. Like, that's probably when you want to go. Surviving through and going out the other end is probably not going to work out well for anybody. I get the feeling it's probably going to end up like Road Warrior real fast. Once, you know, all that infrastructure falls apart. But anyways, aside from that, I was thinking about that the other day. Equitable skill sets, I mean, I'm decent at talking to people. I've always been fairly decent at, like, making the deal go through and, like, talking people into stuff. I mean, that's what I used to do. When I used to do real estate IT, I used to meet up with proprietors and stuff like that and, like, convince them why they needed us to do stuff to their network. I mean, we didn't get paid if I didn't do that. Yep, I left the stacks of axes over here. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Alright, well, let's bring home, I guess. Are there any trees left over here? I'm pretty sure I got, like, all of them. There's some palm fronds left over here, but the 110 island, it's done. The 110 island is finished. The thing, it's a desert over here, except for our bed. We ravaged this thing. There ain't nothing left. Bring all this stuff back with it. Crab, get out of here. Whoa. Nice arm, man. You see how the crab had a little bit of a curve to it? Nice, man. Was that a slice or was it a hook? I don't know. I don't play golf. Either way, could play crab golf from now on. Put in a bunch of holes and just throw crabs at them. Crab bowling. I feel like this is quickly going into like a place where, how come I can't eat these? I would love to eat these vitamins, and yet it won't let me. I don't know what's wrong with them. Either way, we'll bring the antibiotics back. I should probably come back and get some of these coconuts off of here, too. But feeling a little bit lazy. Yep, that's what happens. Either way, we've got an inventory full of stuff right now that I should probably swing back with us. I've littered all over this island. Did I already bring back a compass? I didn't. Well, I can make more crude axes. Technically, we don't really need them. We're technologically superior to that at this point. We have like 5 of the normal axes, or 3. I know the difference between 3 and 5. It's 2. There it is. Well, technically, the difference between 3 and 5 in that order specifically is -2. But let's not get all mathy up in ya. I'm starting to get a feel for how the boat works, too. That's the nice thing. It's very, very glidey underneath your feet. You get used to it, though, after a while. Kind of reminds me, I went to the Everglades for a little bit. Miami, I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel, but Miami is my favorite city in the United States. Like, I really, really like Miami. I've been there a couple times. And every time I go, I just like Miami more. But I went out to the Everglades one time when I was out there because I wanted to eat alligator, and I heard that they had alligator. And my quest was successful. I did eat alligator. It was delicious. It was probably the best meat I have ever had in my entire life. It was absolutely amazing. I don't think I've ever had a meat that is quite as tangy and delicious as alligator. It's unfortunate for the alligator that they taste so good. But anyways, I went out to the Everglades, rode around on one of those swamp boats for a while. It was pretty fun. It was cool. It was a nice trip. It was enjoyable. Would recommend. Miami was a nice city, too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in Miami. It was a joy to be in. I love that light effect on the water right there. Like that effect right there, how it gets to like that lightish greenish color. That totally happens in tropical settings, too. It looks really, really nice. Out here in the Bay Area, all the water is kind of murky and gross. You can't really... It's not like a nice blue color out here. It's got kind of like a weird, I don't know, swampy brownish green thing going on. Probably due to the fact that it's been the major tributary for, you know, San Francisco for the last 150, 200 years. Probably do it. I guess not 200. I guess 100 is a lot better of an estimate. 100, 150. Anyways, let me whip this bad boy around here. Do donuts in the whip. Can you do donuts? Let's see if we can do some donuts. That'll be awesome. Some donuts and some burnouts in our badass boat. All right, here we go. I don't think I get enough velocity, but we're going to try for some donuts. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, ghost ride the ship. Do this thing. See if I could jump out and it would keep going like this. That'd be pretty dope too, but I feel like I'd chop off a toe or something in my propeller. That would hurt like hell. Well, we've said that we have completed every task that there is to do in Stranded Deep at this point. We did donuts. We built a boat out of sticks and some random motor parts we found at the bottom of an ocean. I wanted to put the motor on that one because I like that raft better. That raft seems like it's less likely to like break and leave me. I don't know. Our raft still hasn't run out of gas. I think it's probably got a permanent amount. It's probably just like in a placeholder status. Drop this over here. I don't need any more of these, so I'm going to bring this over here. Getting a little bit of a chug every single time it loads some stuff. Game needs help with its draw distance, but I don't know if that's an engine limitation or what that is. Couple of paddles. I know there's another compass over here. I'll organize everything later. I wish you could make tables and other good things. Yeah. I think it might be due to the fact that I brought too many items back to our island. My game is chunking super bad right now. I think it might be like the physics for every single item on our island. It might be a better idea to dispose of some. I mean, we just used up a whole bunch of sticks and stuff though, so I don't know. I mean, technically we have less items here now than we've ever had like in the past. There's a couple of axes. These medical supplies go up into our base right here. Yeah, this is going to be our outdoor piano. I don't know what's causing that right now. I don't know if there's an island that's closer that it's loading and unloading the assets for or what's happening, but every time I come into my base, the game like lags out super hard. Like the frame rate drops considerably, and I haven't had that problem while we've been tooling around other islands just doing our stuff. I don't know what's going on right now. It's got to be loading and unloading various assets. That's all that I can figure. Stand up, jerry can. There you go. I feel better when you're standing up. I don't know. It just looks like I'm more prepared. I like it. I should probably build a dock or something over here, too. That'd be kind of dope. Like, build a dock that goes out that I could put my boat on? Yeah. Hell, we could have it run off the back of our house over there or off, like, the patio area out into the water. That might work out pretty well. I'm actually a little bit excited. Finnegan, just stop, man. You're never going to bite me. You have dedication issues. Like, if you really want this mission to be accomplished, you got to go after it. And for right now, oh, look, our lantern's turned on. That's fun. So I'll probably put a lantern over here somewhere inside of our house. I wish you could hang the lantern. Like, you could maybe make a lantern hook out of some of the wood somewhere. That seems like it'd be kind of cool. I'll drop this right here, though. Can I put it up on the roof? Oh, yeah. There we go. That works out pretty well. That throws some illumination around. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it'll work right. If I could sit it up on top of, like, an extra support, actually, I might like that better. Lantern? There we go. I need to knock it over. Okay, so it's kind of hard to retrieve my lantern if I indeed go through with this plan. Can I sit you up here? Come on, lantern. Stick with me here. Oh, there's no clipping plane in it. No, it won't work then. Man. Alright, well, what I need to do then, bring this over here, and we'll wait for gravity to do its thing. Gravity, do your thing. Ow! Great, smack myself in the face with a lantern. Day just keeps getting better and better. Now I've got a fat lip, a lisp, and no light. It's not standing up. It needs to be standing up because I'm OCD about it. Can you stand up for me, please? Lantern! Never mind, just stay there. You can stay tipped over. Just sit there and think about what you've done. You hit your owner, your only master, in the mouth. I'm the only friend you have in this entire world, aside from, like, the buckets. The buckets seem to like you, kind of. But who cares what the buckets think anyways? Buckets are a bunch of morons. Nonetheless, I figure this one I could probably set up over here somewhere, like on top of this, maybe? Yes, Finnegan, I know you're here. Thank you. Finnegan, cease and desist. There you go. Sit that, like, right there, maybe? I don't think that... Hey, why did you turn off? Don't turn off. That's not cool. I need you to throw light around. How will people know that I'm here? I should also probably start looking around for planes or whatever else. People had mentioned it, but organizational episode. We'll put the gas cans on them. Yeah. Oh, they're lined up now. That's even better. I like this. I like this. Well, things to do. We've got machetes. I guess I'll bring an axe with me, and we'll run off to maybe that island over there, and I'll get started. I'll probably end the episode over there. But still, I got to continue with the deforestation. I'd like to get our base done. We've got essentially everything we're ever going to need. We've basically beaten the game at this point. Is that the crappy axe? Yeah, get out of here. I need a good axe. I need a pristine axe that cannot be stopped by rudimentary wood. I'd be like, my wood can't stop an axe. I'd be like, yeah, I don't think most people's could. I mean, if people are bragging, you give them some benefit of the doubt, but seems a little sketchy. Seems a little sketchy. Alright, so we'll start the boat motor up, and then we'll get on out here. Maybe there'll be something left on one of these islands, too, that we can fiddle with. Let's go out to this one right here. This one looks good. I don't even think I've been out to this one, so this might be fun. Give ourselves a little... We need some drive music. What I need right now is, now that we have a motorboat, we need the cassette tape from the forest that just plays that one track all day, every day. There's binkum, 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 binkum. It's like non-stop. That's like all it does. That's like every rudimentary, like, basic 80s workout track combined. I liked it, though. I left that shit on for like an hour the last time I played the game. It was so much better than just like running around in the darkness. I don't know. It made me happy. And if it makes you happy, you should do it in life, unless it hurts other people. That would be the case. Because the second I say that, there will always be that guy that's in the comments that's like, well, cutting off ears makes me happy. Speaking of cutting off ears, I know a guy who's banned from France. Did I ever tell this story? I know a guy who's physically not allowed to go to France. So he's an English guy. He's actually, I guess he's an expat. He lives here in the United States. I was friends with his son when we were in high school. And he's like, he used to be a football hooligan. Like, that's what he used to do. He was in a football firm. And apparently he went to France for something. And he got in a fight and he cut off some guy's ear. And so now he's banned from ever going to France ever again. And then after that he came to the United States and like got his citizenship. And like had kids and got married and had like a nice life after that. I don't know. People grow up, I guess. But I heard that story and I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? And he was like, yep, totally happened. Not allowed to go to France. Not allowed to go to France. And I'm like, well, yeah, you chop somebody's ear off, man. I like my ears. My ears, I don't know. Everybody in my family has the same ears, like on my dad's side. We all have like a slight crook in our right ear. We all have it, too. I don't know. If you chopped off my left ear, I probably wouldn't care. I mean, I would care, obviously. But like left versus right, I think I'd rather lose the left because the right one has family traits. Oh, yeah, look, this place has stuff we haven't looted yet. That's fun. That's cool. That's enjoyable. Hey, you need to face the right direction, sir. That's our island right there. And I didn't bring a compass, so... You know, landmarks would be nice. It's that one right there. It'll be fine. I just gotta, like, dedicate it to memory. Alright, so it's the big island in the middle when I'm standing behind the boat. Alright, we're good right now. We're good for now. It's a little bit dark, but I think I can make this work. There's a treasure chest out here. It's a tool chest, but I call it a treasure chest because it makes me happier. Another compass, just in case you need 50 or 60 of them. It'd be kind of awesome if we could rig together something else magnetic using another compass, like using our surplus ones, but I can't think of like what you could rig together using just a compass, aside from a compass. I'm going to hit all the treasure first, so I don't have to chop wood on my camera, because I know people probably don't enjoy it that much. Another one over here, that one's got a fleuret in it. Hooray. And so having increased our fleuret supply, I think that we can definitely show that we're showing our work spirit when we go to deliver people's, I don't know, potato skins, uber loaded potato skins. I like potato skins. I'm about to have potato skins on Valentine's Day. There's a place called Cattleman's. If you're ever like in Northern California, you really should stop by. Cattleman's is probably the greatest thing ever. There are several things in life I like a lot, but Cattleman's ranks strongly among all of them. And I think you will find very few people who disagree. Cattleman's is like a place where... Did we already like tap out everything here? I feel like there should be a lot more treasure. I don't see any more bubbles or anything though either, so I think we may have. Yeah, if you're in Northern California, you should hit up, well, not like Humboldt, you know, if you're up in like, oh, I don't know. Let's just leave it at Humboldt, I guess. If you're way up like in, there's a city called Madison or something up there too, like right along the border. It's got like, it starts with an M, like Madison or Monroe or something, I don't know. It's right on the border of Oregon and California. Yeah, not that far north, like in the Bay Area. You should try and go to... I'm running around in circles right now. I don't see any bubbles. I should give up on this. Anyways, there's a couple restaurants you should go to if you're up here. Like, if you're in the area, you should go to... Let's see. You should go to Mi Farolito, which is in Cotati and Roner Park. It's Mexican food. If you are in Petaluma, you should go to La Azteca, which is a restaurant there that's actually really, like, stupidly good. It's kind of like a hole-in-the-wall place that only locals know about. And so it's like, it's really good. I don't live in Petaluma anymore, but when I was in that area, believe me, La Azteca was really good. El Patron's pretty good too. That's down in Vacaville, I think? And then there's Murillo's, which I know is in Vacaville. And then what else is good around there? Pietro's is in Vacaville. Up in Davis, you got Cattleman's, which is like the most amazing, or I'm sorry, in Dixon, you got Cattleman's, which is like the most amazing thing ever. Up in Davis, you've got Woodstock's, which is a pizza place. It's okay. But if you're going to get pizza and you're already in like the Davis, Dixon, Vacaville, Fairfield area, you should just get Scenarios because they're the best. Like, frankly, there's a lot of like really good restaurants up here. So if you're coming, you know, just stop through. I don't know anything up in San Francisco or whatever. I don't get out that way very often. I used to be up there all the time when I used to be in a band, but not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. Sacramento has a couple good restaurants, but I can't remember the names of them, and so I'm just going to like stop. Not even going to try. I'm just going to quit right there. I think I'm probably going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. I have doomed myself to the drudgery of farming sticks for the remainder of my natural life here. We'll come back with the next episode, and hopefully I'll have another maybe 100 sticks or so. I don't know. This is going to take a while. I'll see y'all there. I'll pull a late nighter tonight and see if I can get this all done. Bye, everybody.